I think a lot of you are missing the opportunity that J.D. Prance is for the left and how we can utilize that right now. But when you let yourself focus on Peter Thiel and the Heritage Foundation, you're missing the whole point and how J.D. really is a problem for the right, okay? And him being a problem is problems for them as well. J.D. Mr. Never Trump isn't someone that a lot of people on the right like. A lot of them don't like him. He gives them the ick. He just doesn't have the right vibe for them. He has like the direct opposite vibe of Trump. And in one of my last videos, this is something I was talking about, that we should be utilizing that. Like for me, I say things like, I'm so excited that we're going to have a progressive president that's bi and he has an interracial marriage. Like we've been waiting for representation. Like this is amazing. How exciting. Like it's like dream come true. Like the 10th most powerful person in the world is going to be bi and have an interracial marriage right there on the front stage. What gets better than that? Do you think the alphas over there are going to like that? No, they're not. They're not. He already bothers them. Okay, and they're just going to have to try and force themselves to like it by while also feeling like maybe he's the one behind Trump being ousted. That's the other point I bring up to people is like JD coup. JD what? JD coup? I don't say JD. I have to go JD coup, as in COUP. Ask people like, what is that like to feel like you guys got a coup going on over there? Like in your own house. Like you thought that was happening before. Like you guys went to the White House and took that on. But like, who's behind this with Trump? Like we know he met with Rupert Murdoch. We know JD did that. We know he was a never Trump guy. Until all of a sudden, he saw the light. But did he? He's also been out there saying that the files need to be released. Like that stink isn't going to be off of him just because Trump leaves. He is that stink. Peter Thiel is like a gremlin. Like people on the right don't even know about Peter Thiel. Like that's stuff that we focus on the left. A lot of them don't know what the Heritage Foundation is, or they think it was a boogeyman made up by the left. But when they have to see it all in person and see it from someone that they think got their guy out, no, they're not going to like it. Peter Thiel opens up their mouth, or they see him on the screen. That's a jump scare. He's terrifying. He's terrifying. And yet when you guys actually listen to these guys, they don't make any sense. They are just man children that needed therapy, but like, the word nature isn't in the scriptures. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just go away. Like, you can tell, just focus on the fact that, like, yeah, they have their own ambitions for what our White House is, but it's not the American one. Like, we can easily pivot to them being monsters just as much as we think they're monsters. We can make them monsters for the right. So there's a lot we can use in here, and you guys just miss it by going, like, you miss it. You just miss it, okay? And then you have to remember that not only is he promoted like releasing the files, and that he's very much probably behind a lot of this, and we can reinforce that. But the center that really sticks around Trump, a lot of them are in this because of their faith, right? They hear about Trump from the pulpit and how he's going to usher in the second coming of Christ. Like literally take him by the hand, prepare Israel to be ready, maybe destroy the dollar so that no money counts, and like we'll restart with the Jesus bucks. Like there's this whole story they're living in there for. And so even if they don't like the Epstein stuff, like they're willing to overlook that because who are we to judge? God's ways are mysterious, and he chose Trump, and or maybe they're the same person, who knows? So we just have to let it go, and we just have to support him no matter what. But then this man that they have been waiting for their entire lives to have this happen, and trust me, I mean, some of them aren't even like, they don't care about their bills. They are so sure this is going to happen. My mom called a friend to ask something about like a banking question that she saw this lady knew who was Mormon. And she was just like, oh, well, I mean, you can do this, but like, you don't even have to worry about it because Jesus is coming. So like, everything's going to like fall apart anyway. So like, who cares? Yeah. So it matters to them that Trump stays there because he's the one ushering him in. And with him looking frail and sick and him getting bumped out, that shatters their dream. And it looks like one person helped take that away from them. And that would be J.D. Vance and Peter Thiel and the Heritage Foundation, or whoever you think is that is supporting him, will end up hurting them. It will end up hurting them. Okay? And also remember, in this religion, when everyone thinks, oh, Christianity's going to take over, which one? Just the word Christian is an umbrella thing for people that believe very differently, right? So I grew up in the Mormon cult, and I promise you, the Mormon cult hates Catholicism. It hates evangelicals. It hates Baptists. It hates Protestants. We were raised to think they were evil. The Catholic Church was the great and abominable church. We were taught that crucifixes were evil. And I got one from my grandpa, who was Catholic, when I was like 5 for my birthday, because he didn't know what to give me because I was Mormon. And I was like, Mom was like, oh, it's okay. We'll just put it away. And I'm like, he's the devil. Like panic. Like it'll burn your skin. Like people that wear them, something's wrong. They're scary. They're dangerous. Okay. But now the Mormon cult encourages people to wear a cross. Like I see these young adults doing their TikToks and they teenagers with a cross on. And I'm like, the fuck? And then I checked into it with family that's so like, oh yeah, well I'm like, oh, okay. And then we've got, our sacred underwear is now like tank tops and shorts. Gotta look more Christian, gotta look more mainstream, gotta look more acceptable if we want to keep our cash, because they are the richest richest cult. And then we've got, like on Google Maps, they've got their little bugle boy, Moroni, that sits on top of their temples. Okay? He used to be the symbol when you were looking for a Mormon church. Guess what? It's a cross now. There's a bunch of game playing going on. There's chess going on. They're all trying to jockey for a position to be in control of that. Except that Trump was the one that allowed them to keep the control, because they were willing to overlook all this crap because he was Trump. And they were so sure. There's pictures in their homes of Trump and Jesus hugging, walking, protecting each other, whatever it is. These aren't going to be those pictures of J.D. Vance or Stephen Miller or any of them. And they're going to resent that J.D. can't protect them the way that Trump did. So while they have to help get rid of Trump, they are going to loathe the fact that J.D., who was a never-Trumper, who said to release the files, is now going to be in charge there. And he's just a wishy-washy wet sock that tried to sit down with those guys at the base at the table and be like, hey, bros. And they're like, fuck, you don't go here, bro. Get off. Like, the man can't order a donut like a normal human because he's just pretending. He's pretending to be VP. He's pretending to be a Catholic. He's pretending to be whatever he has to pretend to be to feel like he's something. And if you ever saw the movie about him, I get why. Like, there's no self-worth there. So he's just trying to buy it up by pretending to be different things. But when you keep pretending to be something you're not consistently, that keeps dragging with you. You don't get to just shake it off. You want to go, oh yeah, we saved you from Trump, or oh gosh, he was really in on those things, or oh, he was just too old. Like, social media is here. We know he met with Rupert. This is far from over. There is so much more gameplay going on, and we can use it with pushing the fact that he's trying to start a coup here and start pushing that message out now. Like, you guys showed up for January 6th. You're going to show up again? You're just going to let him take that from you? Like, he said the files need to be released. Like, what's the real story here? Remember, he was a never Trump guy. Remember? Why did that turn? Okay? And then push the whole, or celebrate that he's bi and he has an interracial relationship. All of it very likely true. And if it's not, he sure has not tried to not stop those images. This all works to our favor. So focus on that. Do videos on that. Do artwork on that. Do bumper stickers on that. Get it out into language, because once it's in language, it starts becoming a reality. We want people second guessing him just as much as he second guesses himself.